All right, today we are working on a new backup that was just barely created. We ran it immediately, and it now has this status that we see here, completed with warnings. We're logged into the portal under the computers page and directly under this server in the jobs tab. And so if I just created this and I know that everything should be okay, why would it be completing with warnings? So to take a look at the logs here, I can either click directly on this completed with warnings text, or under the Select Action dropdown into the History Logs section. And then from here on my calendar, I have that current date up, and I can check the log by clicking directly on the text backup and date. I'll open this in Notepad, make it a little bit easier for you to see here. And we get this validation failed here, failing to connect with the alternate vault. And that's the key word on this one, is alternate vault. And that gives us the direction that we need to take for troubleshooting this and finding out why the alternate vault was having the issue with the connection. Now, there could be some other steps involved here with testing port connections, etc., but we don't really need to because we have our other jobs that are working okay. For example, the BMR right here is working okay. The other servers are working okay. So for the moment, I don't think that this is a network problem. Let's jump over to the vaults. I'm on my vault screens here, and on the left, I've got my active vault. On the right, I've got my passive vault. So on our active vault, we can see the UNC job is here, and we have a backup in here. The first one is created and committed, no problem. Now on the right side, I have the job monitor pulled up. You can get here by clicking on the job monitor button or under vault maintenance and then job monitor. And this tells us the whole picture. When I click on the started at column and I sort this with the latest date on top, here we have the highlighted server line, and it shows completed, but it has an issue because it says completed with errors. So let's open up this one and see what the problem is here. I've expanded this out to make it a little bit easier to see, and the problem here is the get task information failed, and that is saying that the vault doesn't know anything about the task that the agent is trying to communicate about. Basically, the agent reaches out to the active vault and the passive vault at backup to make sure that they're both available, and if the active vault has a problem, the agent knows how to get to the passive vault to be able to commit a backup in the event of a failover or anything like that. So the agent knows about multiple vaults during the backup process, even if it's committing the initial backup data just to one vault. But this does bring up the next question. What does this mean about the get task information failed? Like, I just created the job. Shouldn't it have the information about the job and know about everything, all the connections? Well, that's exactly it. If we go back to the job monitor now, we can actually see the order of operation that happened here. The one that's highlighted now is when the agent tried to reach out to this passive vault and check for that task. But the very next line, the metadata about this job had not been processed yet. And then right above that, we actually have the task information for that brand new UNC job. So you can see in the order of operations here, I ran this backup before the active vault was able to finish processing and get the information sent over to the passive vault. And if we take a look at the dates here, it was only by about 30 seconds before that replication was able to get processed over to the passive vault and get some information brought over. So basically what this boils down to is that I was just running the backup before the passive vault knew about the task, and it just took a minute for the passive vault to get the information from the active vault. Now, if you would have created this job, waited even 5 minutes, or let it run on schedule later that evening, you wouldn't see this problem because it would have had time to replicate the information over. That said, and to confirm it, I'm going to jump back to my portal here, and I'm just going to kick off that backup right now to show that everything is working with no other changes. To do so, under my server and jobs, on the right, I have the select action dropdown, and I will hit run job. And now that that is completed, I'll close this and refresh the window by either clicking on computers or refresh for the browser. And now we've got the OK status here, and for the job, we have the check mark with the completed status, and all is well. If you have any questions about this process, go ahead and comment down below, and we'll catch you in another video. See ya.